G'day guys, welcome to this episode. For this one, we are in the breathtaking Middle Lagoon on the Dampier Peninsula. From the top, I've got to say as well, you're not allowed to use drones here, so any drone footage in this episode is just from the Dampier Peninsula area in general, not specifically to Middle Lagoon. The road into Middle Lagoon was certainly pretty rough. We bumped into an American guy out on the road when we were letting our tyres down. I said to him, what was the condition of the road like? And he said, nah, not a problem at all. You basically don't even need to let your tyres down. I'm not sure what world he was living in, because about 2 or 3 Ks into our trip, the corrugations were huge. We lost our light bar really quickly, so we let our tyres down to 30 all rounds. That section, those corrugations about 2 or 3 Ks into the track, were probably as bad as it gets. Beyond that, the track turned into sand at stages, and along that section you could sort of be doing 50 or 60 Ks towing the caravan in, no problem at all. But certainly that first section was really tough. There were some sections as well where there's sort of, ruts and gullies, and you sort of needed to slow down and take it easy through there. But generally and overall, the track wasn't too bad, but I certainly wouldn't say, it was a track where you barely had to let your tyres down. Just on a little family adventure this morning along Ridge Beach. The conditions don't get much better than this. There is not a breath of wind. The water out there is flat calm. It's a beautiful day to do a little bit of exploring. How beautiful is that it's like a secluded private beach when the tide comes up, because the tides are so massive here. The tide would certainly come right up the top of that, so you wouldn't even see that beach in another few hours time. But at the moment, I'm not sure that you can get down there, but at the moment it's a beautiful secluded beach that you would have all to yourself. Beautiful walk to sort of head from a section that is really cliffy, I guess, rocky, right next to the water, to then only come about 50 metres away from that edge of the cliff, and you're in amongst all this sort of real native land and bush is really spectacular. One of our little ones starting to get a little bit tired and not going to do too much walking, so that's probably far enough, but we've probably come maybe a kilometre, and to see all that different land along there, from the ocean to the cliffs and the rocks into this section, has been great. When we first got to Middle Lagoon, our site, we didn't realise it, but somehow we'd ended up in the overflow section. But there was a really lovely lady on reception signing us in, and she scooted around and found us a better site in amongst where everything is, sort of more the main camping area. It is really set up like a caravan park in that, all the sites are relatively close together. In saying that, the facilities are really good, like a caravan park as well. So, the toilets and showers were really well maintained and really nice, and really user-friendly, some outside showers as well to use. The water here is really nice and drinkable, so we were sending that into our caravan. I'd towed out, with our tanks completely full because I wasn't sure what the water situation was. I knew there was water out here, but I thought it would be a matter of, filling up with your containers or a bladder or something like that. But for our site, and most of the sites seem to have that, there was water from a tap, that you're able to plumb straight into the caravan, which was amazing. There's a cafe on site as well, which is great if you wanted to grab a coffee, or for us as a little family, for the girls to be able to grab an ice cream or get them a milkshake or something like that. Just broke the days up at stages as well. But most of our days were spent at the beach. The beach here is absolutely amazing. The lagoon itself is just sensational. For us as a little family with 2 little girls, to be able to come down to the lagoon in really, really protected waters, that was just amazing. And we spent a lot of our time down here, particularly on high tide. The water down here is just crystal clear.
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me?
The Ridge Beach was beautiful as well, so that's just over on the other side. So depending on which way the wind direction is, you're able to get a really fantastic beach with no wind. It was really, really stunning. And then up on Ridge Beach as well for sunset was incredible. Sitting up there, at times seeing some whales go by and watching the sunset, there really was nothing, there's nothing much better than that you can see in your life.
Something in the air, always something in the air. Inexplicable, I can feel it in the air. Can you feel me? Can you feel me? Can you feel me?
Not a thing biting at all, but what an afternoon. The wind has just died off to nothing and this lagoon is flat calm. Doesn't really matter when they're not biting and you get an afternoon like this. It's just the perfect thing to do. Cast a couple of lines out and enjoy the beautiful sunshine. So nice. The daily commute, a little bit different to going to work. We'll see what we can find today.
A significant light, just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing. Faces merchant change, but your face remains the same. The swallows will be here by dawn. When we're finally sober, they'll be gone.
We have loved our stay at Middle Lagoon so much. We've just added an extra 3 nights. We're supposed to go to Smithies, but I was looking at the weather map and the wind was going to be blowing straight in to that beach. And like when you're doing any beach stay, if the beach isn't great, it makes the stay really difficult. The great thing at Middle Lagoon is the 2 different beaches, so depending on which way the wind is blowing, you've always got a great beach to be able to get to. Went for a drive over to Smithies and I'm sure it's great, and people were staying there and loving it, but for us it didn't look as great as Middle Lagoon. Just for our family, our kids, just the swimming side of things didn't look as good at Smithies, and maybe even the facilities didn't look as good as well. But I've heard really, really great reviews about Smithies, and as I said, plenty of people staying there, so I'm sure it's great, but we're just loving Middle Lagoon, so we're going to stay on here for another 3 nights.
The swallows will be here by dawn. When we finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt.
Campsites here are $50, and I think for what you're getting, you know, you're getting water plumbed straight into your caravan. There's facilities of showers and toilets. There's a dump point as well, and then just the location that you're able to come and stay at and enjoy. I think it's definitely well worth that $50, and certainly well worth a visit out here. Thanks so much for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.